ATL Jacob, ATL Jacob, ATL Jacob, ATL Jacob.
Hey yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys doing great. So a lot of y'all probably heard this tag that was playing earlier. It is in fact the tag of ATL Jacob, an ATL based producer. When it comes to trap music, ATL Jacob is just super goated. It's pretty crazy to see how big he is as a producer these days. Future, Kodak Black, Young Thug, Juice WRLD, Lil Baby, you name it. This is few tracks he produced right here. I mean, look at that. I could just go on and on for days. ATL Jacobs produced a lot of hits for many different artists, but for me it is all of his songs with Future. It goes so hard. It feels like when these two link up, something magic happen. Anyways, today we're back making a beat from scratch, ATL Jacob style. For this video, I got inspired by Future's last album, I Never Liked You. I wanted to get an acoustic guitar going just like the song Stay Down, but I wanted to be a little more dark. For the drums, I also chose my sound selection based on the songs that he produced on this album. You can download this loop for free, link is in description. What I'm aiming for is some hard-ass 808 Mafia shit. So open up a new project in 2FL Studio, let's make some vibes. I wanted to start the melody with a simple dark ambient background. First sound I have is this synthesizer by HZE. It sounds like this. For the MIDI, I decided to only draw the root notes of the melody that I had in head. It starts with an A, goes to a D, and then ends up with an E. Second synthesizer that I picked was from the same one-shot kit. It sounds like this. It's almost a texture, but I thought it sounded cool. For the MIDI, this one is a little bit different. It still starts with an A, but instead it goes to an F and then to an E. What I decided to do with those two synthesizers is to stack them one on top of each other. This technique is called layering, and you can do that with every single sound as long as the frequencies don't clash with each other. Usually two high-pitched sounds won't go well together. That's the same for the opposite as basses or sounds with low frequencies. On the mixer channel for my first synthesizer, I decided to keep only the mid frequencies. On the second synthesizer though, I did the opposite. So I got an EQ, but that was to cut the low frequencies. Finally, in order to blend those two sounds together very well, I decided to pan the first synthesizer just a little bit to the left and then the second a little bit to the right. Those two sounds together now just stacked and blended to make one big ultra wide synthesizer. Let's move on with the bass. I chose this real dirty sub bass right here. Once again, the MIDI follows the root notes. On the mixer channel for the bass, I only added an EQ to boost the mid frequencies, and that's around 1000 Hz. Now that we have those three sounds, our background should be ready. Now that we have a nice dark and ambient background, it's time to spice things up just a little bit and add an acoustic guitar. I was inspired by some guitar phrases that wasn't spliced, but I just decided to redo them myself. Hello. I had to record this one in 2 takes. I'm just not good at the guitar yet. Don't blame me though, I'm just learning. So I recorded my guitar through Edison. I had to chop things up because I'm not very good at the guitar and the timing was a little bit off. In order to glue every sounds together, I got this texture loop right here. I just lowered the sound a little bit. And we're pretty much done with the loop at this point. That was not the most complex sample I've ever made, and that's okay. I wanted to keep it simple so I could go a little crazier on the drum. Let's see what I can come up with. We start with a snare. For the hi-hats, I used some that were pretty opened. For the hi-hats MIDI, I noticed that ATL Jacob loved to do some triplet, like here. He also does some spaces and some hi-hat rolls. You can also play with the velocity when it comes to hi-hat rolls. So mine is going down right here and it's coming back up. Now for the 808s, you already know I had to bring back the good old spins. It's about 90% of future songs that are made with this 808, so I mean, why not? For the 808s, you actually want to put a lot of them, so you can even go ahead and do some 808 rolls. I just kept a consistent bounce, and as you can notice, it also follows the root notes of the melody. I didn't do any 808 rolls, but I got this little 808 slide right here. You will also need a kick that slaps. You can do this little trick if you want your kicks to slap even more. You just go over here in the legacy effects and you can just boost them right here. Mine was already boosted quite a lot, as you can see on the waveform, so I won't do it. For the kick MIDI, you want it to follow your 808s without being the exact same. In order to do this, I would just add some kicks when there's no 808, or I would just delete some when there is some 808s. I notice ATL Jacobs like to use more than only one snare, so I added this one. This open hat is going to fill some empty spaces that I left. Finally, I decided to add an iconic ATL Jacob sauce, and that was to add some snare rolls. When I'm doing these, what I like to do is to take this little brush right here and to play with the measures. Usually I would just draw some stuff until it sounds good. It might sound a little bit weird and offbeat right now, but I'm gonna show you how it sounds with the melody and the actual drums. Last thing that I did was to go over in my master right here and put a Fruity Love filter, and there's this preset called Simple Triangle Low Pass. Right click on the little knob right here, create an automation clip. Now you just need to draw with the little pen when you want your low pass to be. As you can see, I decided to leave the 808s there. I just thought it sounded good. Now for the arrangement, as always, I would leave some empty spaces with only the melody playing, as in here, also here and there. And for the outro, there would be the melody playing one last time along with some drums, but there is an envelope for the volume right there. To do that, you can simply go to your master and right click on the knob, the volume knob right here, automation clip, and now you just need to draw your volume slope. I'm doing this pretty basic techniques in every single of my beats almost. I just don't love it when the beats cut like that. Now you're pretty much done for the beat arrangement. Let's take a look at the mixer. On the mixer, I don't have anything at all. Very lazy person that I am. For leveling references, I love to have my snare around -12 dBs, my hi-hats around 15. For the 808s, it always depends, but usually I keep it around -9. Sometime I can go a little higher or around -12. For the kick, I love to go around -6. Basically, you want to go as high as you can without clipping. I usually keep the melody around -15. Now for the rims, the open hats, the second snare, it always depends on people, to be honest. On the master, once again, I have my Fruity Soft clipper, you already know. I had to put this Fruity limiter because when I did this slow pass with the Fruity Love filter, it would just clip. I set the ceiling just a little bit above 0 so I can get a little bit of clipping without being absolutely distorted. You can also try this cool master trick with Guitar Rig 6. Just put the basic Chicago preset and turn the volume all the way up. I would absolutely recommend to put your headphones for this one if you really want to hear the difference. Just try it out, it is amazing. I'm gonna wrap this one up for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, I'm begging you, drop some ideas in the comments for the upcoming videos. I'ma catch y'all later this week for another video. Until then, you be safe. Peace.